Talking about using scale factor, okay? And we kind of have done this maybe a little bit. You'll understand what I mean in just a minute. Okay, but does anybody remember a ratio box looks like? Have we learned ratio boxes yet? Okay, well let's do that if we haven't done that yet. So, what you're going to do, girls in the front, you're going to write ratio. You're going to put a line, and I just put AC for actual count. Okay, an actual count is the actual amount of people or whatever we're doing. Okay, this is my ratio box.
Wait, what is AC?
Actual count. And if you want to write that out, actual count every time, you can. I just put AC. It helps me. It's just quicker. Air conditioning, yes. Okay. So, let's do the ratio of boys to girls in this room. Okay? Now, in order for me to find I need to do the actual count first in this one. Okay, so how many actual count do we have?
13.
How many boys?
3.
3. How many girls?
7.
Somebody didn't forget me, did they?
8.
Really? Okay, this one actually does not reduce, so guess what? That is actually the ratio as well, okay? But, let's say we had 4 boys and 8 girls, and that reduced to 1/2. So every 1 boy, there are 2 girls, is basically what the ratio is saying. Okay, now, what I was wanting you to do, I was just showing y'all something, what ratio means and what actual count means. This is the problems you're going to get. They're going to have a 3 and a 2 here, and then they're going to have a 6. And then they're going to say, how many actual count, how many boys do we have? Okay, now, the way we're going to figure this out is by using a scale factor, okay? And I always draw this like little tube right here, and that's where I come up with my scale factor. What am I going to do to get 2 to 6?
Times 3.
What can I multiply it by?
3.
3. So guess what? My scale factor becomes times 3. So I did 2 times 3 to get 6. I'm going to do 3 times 3, because that's my scale factor, and get 9. Very good.
Can't you also do it
Okay, so what I want you to see is this reduced became that, right? So every 3 boys, there's 2 girls. But the actual count is 9 boys, 6 girls. Does everybody understand how that works? So we're coming up with a scale factor to determine our answer. All right? Let's do another one. This one's not boys to girls. This one's is flowers to weeds. So I'm going to put F and W. Flowers to weeds. Now here's what it says. Sadly, the ratio of flowers to weeds in the garden was 2 to 5. Okay, so they said flowers to weeds, so we put flowers on top and weeds on the bottom. And then they say is 2 to 5. So my ratio is 2 to 5. Okay, you would see that like this. And remember that 2 to 5 actually becomes 2 over 5, which is 2 over 5. Okay, so that's how that works. And then it says this. If there were 30 flowers in the garden, my actual count is 30 flowers, then how many weeds were there? Does anybody know what my scale factor is going to be? Yes?
Times 15.
Times 15. 2 times 15 equals 30. So guess what? We do times 15 down here, and we end up getting 75. So, there are 30 flowers and 75 weeds in the garden.
Did you reduce it?
This is the reduced. The ratio is always the reduced version. Okay? Does everybody understand? That's lesson 80.
Wait, do you always times it by 5?